This video is for the person that's struggling at the moment, that is finding it very difficult in their everyday life with whatever might be going on, whether it's with relationships, whether it's in your job, whether it's just personal stuff, and you find that it seems at the moment it's just extremely difficult, and the pressure seems to be there and there seems to be no release. First of all, know that everything's going to be okay and everything's always working out for you, and you've got this. You're amazing. And if you can start observing your reality from an energetic perspective, and you'll start to realize the more observant you can become with what's going on in your reality, you will start to see that there's ebbs and flows, and there will be days like this that you might be having at the moment, and then all of a sudden other days they just seem to be amazing, and you can't understand why. One day I'm happy, the next day it's all over the place. But if you can start observing the times that you are in a difficult situation, have the awareness that, or at least the way that I look at it is that I'm going through an upgrade. And so what that means is there's an expansion that's happening in your consciousness. If you can look at it as a new pair of shoes, right? And the shoes that you're wearing, when you put them on and they're new, they don't really fit, so like they're uncomfortable, and you walk, you might get blisters. But as you wear them, they start to expand, and once they start expanding, it feels comfortable again. And that's kind of what's going on with your consciousness at the moment. There's this expansion of light that's come in, or an influx of light, should I say, that's come in, and it's pushing out everything that no longer serves you. And this can be extremely uncomfortable. So when you can start observing that this happens, the reason that it's uncomfortable is because there's normally a resistance to what is. And if you can get into a state of acceptance, and that's not to say that how you're feeling isn't going to feel the way you're feeling, but when you can surrender to the way you're feeling and accept that the way you're feeling, it's like whether it's, you're feeling angry, sad, even bored, whatever that feeling is, say, okay, well, what is it that I'm feeling? I'm feeling angry. Okay, right now I'm feeling angry, so what? I'm going to feel angry, and allow myself to feel anger. If I'm bored, I'm going to feel bored. This is what boredom feels like. This is what I'm feeling. This means this is what I need to feel. And you allow yourself to feel whatever it is that you're feeling. What happens is, the more you do that, the more that expansion is happening, and it's almost like, okay, now you've stretched to fit into that shoe, and now it's comfortable again. And then what will happen is eventually there'll be another influx of light, and that will happen again. And so when you start observing it, you'll start seeing, okay, when there's a contraction, I'm going through an expansion. I need to be aware that I need to be in acceptance, and know that on the other side of this, there's a much more beautiful version of me. This is happening whether you are aware of it or not. I guess that this video is just to bring it into your awareness. And whatever those situations are, they can be tricky. And so whatever's coming up is coming to be clear. And so there might be a situation in your life that continues to show up in different ways. This is a pattern that is being asked to be cleared. And for me, what I found, because to change a pattern can be quite a tricky thing, and it's, to be in the presence, to be able to do it is not always easy. So what I find is when a situation is happening that I don't like the way that I show up in that situation, the way that I deal with it is I look for a perspective that is more loving than the one that I have right now. And that doesn't mean it's going to be the most loving one, but just if I can show up in that situation just a little bit better than I showed up the last time it happened, then there's growth. And the more that you do that, the more that you'll eventually get into that situation and you will be able to show up in exactly the way that you want to show up. So there's a reprogramming that's going on, albeit very slowly, and I found that when you take little steps or more like bite-sized chunks, it becomes easier to deal with and a lot easier to accept. So yeah, if you're having a difficult time, I invite you to try this. And first of all, see if you can accept what is happening, and from that state of acceptance, choose a new, more loving perspective. And then see how you're able to move through whatever it is that you're moving through a little bit more easily. Good luck, and as usual, love you lots.